It's me, Pastor Rob, and for this week's video, I want to share with you some of the Legos in my office. And the first is of me preaching. This was made by a confirmation student a number of years ago, and I offer it just as proof that at one point I did have dark, almost really black hair, as opposed to the gray that I now adorn. But I really want to show you this one right here, and it is a set of doors with some writing on it. And this goes with a Martin Luther figure who on All Hallows Eve, or what we call Halloween, 1517, according to legend, went up to the doors and nailed these 95 theses to the castle church wall, thus kicking off what historians have called the Protestant Reformation. And there's all sorts of awesome art showing this bold event, this larger-than-life moment of Luther. But what's interesting is that there are rarely ever art that show Luther praying. And this is fascinating because Luther was a monk, and so Luther probably prayed 1 to 2 hours every day. I think all of us would acknowledge that our own prayer life could use some reformation, could use some deepening. And so this Sunday, I invite you to join us as we reflect on what it means for us to be rooted and growing in the gift of prayer. And again, how we can move from, many of us, a childlike prayer life where we maybe pray before we eat or before bed. It's really sort of a more dynamic, holistic, I think deeper way of understanding and living into the gift of prayer that God has given us. So hope to see you on Sunday.